Welcome to the channel USD Coins, and thanks for joining us. Today we're diving into one of the most intriguing, mysterious, and incredibly valuable coins in modern American numismatic history. This isn't just any old piece of pocket change. It's a dime, yes, a 10-cent coin, that has captured the attention of collectors around the world. The 2003 Liberty 1 dime has reportedly sold for as much as $1.2 million due to a collection of bizarre and rare minting errors that defy expectation. But how can a dime, with a face value of just 10 cents, end up worth more than most homes? How can a coin so seemingly insignificant in daily commerce become one of the holy grails of coin collecting? That's what we're here to explore, with every twist, turn, mistake, and mystery that makes this coin a true numismatic legend. First off, let's talk about the basics. The 2003 dime refers to a 10-cent coin minted in Denver in the year 2003. Dimes in the modern era aren't typically something collectors get excited about. Most of them are produced by the hundreds of millions, churned out by the mint in vast quantities with high precision, using advanced quality control systems that catch nearly every flaw before a coin ever reaches the public. But once in a great while, something slips through. And sometimes, when the right combination of factors align, like incorrect planchets, double striking, off-centering, wrong mint marks, and other anomalies, a coin emerges that rewrites the rules of its category. This specific coin, the 2003 Liberty dime in question, carries a number of these ultra-rare and significant errors. To start, it was struck with an improperly prepared die, one that had worn to the point of altering key design details. In numismatics, this is known as a die deterioration error, and while common in minor forms, this example displayed extreme breakdown. The torch on the reverse of the coin appeared unusually blurred, almost melted looking, with details that seemed to drip instead of standing sharp. The lines that should represent the fluted edges of the torch handle were misshapen and faded, as if someone had begun to erase them but stopped halfway through. This alone might catch the eye of a seasoned collector, but the mystery deepens with the mint mark. While it's labeled and catalogued as a Denver minted coin, hence the D, an unusual inconsistency is present. Under microscopic inspection, some numismatists have argued that the D mint mark was not punched in the same die state as others from the same production batch. Instead, it appears to have been added with an old-style hand-punch method rather than the automated minting process in place at the time. This has led to speculation that the coin may have been tampered with internally at the mint, either as an error or as an intentional rarity. If it was intentional, that alone would elevate its intrigue, but if accidental, it reflects a major lapse in minting standards, one that collectors prize because of its unlikelihood. Then there's the planchet itself. This dime was reportedly struck on an experimental planchet, possibly a leftover blank from a different coinage type. It feels slightly different in weight and tone. Some reports suggest it might be composed of a transitional metal, perhaps a leftover from a previous year's experimental run. When weighed precisely, this coin registers slightly under the expected weight of a standard clad dime, which should come in at about 2.268 grams. This coin reportedly clocks in at around 2.1 grams, well within tolerance for many coins, but in combination with the other factors, it becomes another piece of the puzzle. The edge of the coin is another area of fascination. Most Roosevelt dimes have reeded edges, those small vertical grooves that make the edge look like it's been finely combed. But in this example, the reeds appear only on half the edge, fading into a smooth finish. This has led experts to believe the collar die may have slipped or been misaligned during the strike. The result is what's known in the trade as a partial collar error, which can lend substantial value, especially when combined with other flaws. Partial collar strikes are rare enough on their own, but in conjunction with an incorrect mint mark, a deteriorating die, and a potentially mismetaled planchet, the value skyrockets. So how rare is this coin, really? At the moment, it's believed that only one or two of these 2003 Liberty dimes with the exact combination of errors have surfaced. That kind of rarity is almost unheard of. While minor error coins might exist in the thousands or even tens of thousands, coins like this, the so-called unicorns of modern minting, can become legendary in their own time. And when a coin like that gets authenticated, graded, and publicly sold for over $1 million, it gets the attention of every serious collector, dealer, and treasure hunter. Authentication, of course, plays a huge role in the coin story. Without professional grading and detailed analysis, it's just another old dime. But with a certificate of authenticity from a top-tier grading agency like PCGS or NGC, and with the right documentation outlining the specific errors and diagnostics, its value is virtually set in stone. This coin has passed through the hands of experts, undergone metallurgical analysis, photomicrographic inspection, and more. The level of scrutiny it has endured only adds to its aura and prestige. When something survives that kind of examination and still turns out to be genuine, the collecting world sits up and takes notice. But what's also so compelling about this coin is the series of what-ifs and possibilities it represents. Could there be more examples like it sitting in forgotten change jars, old drawers, or coin collections passed down through families? Could another one be floating somewhere out there, waiting to be discovered by someone who bothers to look at their pocket change a little more carefully? The answer is yes. These errors, while rare, are not necessarily one of a kind. The minting process, as automated as it is, still allows for imperfections to occur, especially during high-volume production runs, or during transition periods when equipment is being upgraded or replaced, and there's something poetic about a simple dime turning into a life-changing windfall. It's a modern-day treasure hunt, one that doesn't require a shovel or a map, just a little patience and a lot of attention to detail. Collectors now actively seek out 2003 dimes, scrutinizing every edge, examining every mint mark, holding each one to the light in hopes of spotting that slight anomaly that could turn 10 cents into a fortune. But the deeper allure of this coin also lies in the stories it inspires. Coins like the 2003 Liberty dime become the stuff of legend because they blur the lines between error and intention, between manufacturing fluke and artistic accident. In some circles, there are even whispers about rogue mint workers slipping rare coins into circulation deliberately, as a kind of signature or act of rebellion against the mechanized, impersonal nature of modern coinage. There's no solid evidence for that in this case, but the idea persists, and it only adds to the mythos surrounding coins like this one. And then there's the element of mystery. So many questions remain unanswered. Why was the planchet off? Why did the die show such severe wear and still get used? Why is the mint mark inconsistent with others from the same run? The US Mint hasn't issued any detailed statements about this specific coin, which only deepens the mystery. Without clear answers, collectors are left to theorize, and the value of the coin becomes not just monetary, but intellectual and emotional. Every time someone new learns about this coin, they inevitably check their change a little more carefully. They pull out old rolls of dimes and start flipping through them with renewed hope. It's not just about the money, although of course $1 million payday is a strong incentive. It's about the thrill of the hunt, the joy of discovery, the connection to history, and the realization that even in today's world of mass production, unique treasures can still be hiding in plain sight. Collectors and historians alike see coins as more than just currency. They are artifacts, tiny capsules of time, loaded with information and intent. They reflect the technology, economy, politics, and even the human error of their age. And when one coin defies the mold, literally and figuratively, it becomes a beacon for anyone fascinated by the intersection of precision and imperfection. So if you ever come across a 2003 dime, take a good look. Check the mint mark. Feel the edge. Weigh it if you can. Look at the torch, the lettering, the spacing, and everything else. Because while the odds are astronomically slim, history shows us that the next $1 million coin could be sitting unnoticed in a handful of change, just waiting for the right eyes to find it. Today we're diving deep into one of the most surprising and fascinating stories in the world of modern coin collecting. Buckle up, because we're about to explore the incredible saga of a coin that has turned heads, stirred speculation, and lit up auction houses with its jaw-dropping face value, the 2010 Liberty 1 dime, a coin so seemingly ordinary that most people would glance at it and think nothing of it. But this particular coin isn't just any dime, it's a modern American mystery, a numismatic anomaly that carries an estimated value of up to $890,000 due to a unique set of rare errors and minting mistakes. It's a tale full of intrigue, hidden possibilities, and mind-blowing discoveries that has captivated collectors, dealers, and historians alike. At first glance, the 2010 D Liberty 1 dime might look like any other 10-cent piece. You know the kind. It's got Franklin D. Roosevelt's profile on the obverse, the standard torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, and the Denver Mint mark tucked away neatly. Millions of these coins were produced and entered into circulation without a second thought. But what makes this particular dime so extraordinary isn't what it shows at first look, it's what lies beneath the surface, or sometimes, what shouldn't be there at all. Errors, anomalies, and minting misfires have transformed an everyday piece of pocket change into one of the most sought-after modern coins in recent memory. Let's start with how coins are typically minted and why mistakes like this are so incredibly rare. The U.S. Mint has been producing coins for over 2 centuries and uses some of the most advanced technology in the world. Every coin goes through multiple quality control stages. But even with these rigorous standards, the sheer volume of production, millions upon millions of coins, means that sometimes, mistakes happen. Most of these errors are caught before coins enter circulation, but once in a while, one slips through the cracks. And when that happens on a coin that's already part of a low-error year or comes from a mint known for precision, the value can skyrocket. Now, let's get to the 2010 D dime. The Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of dimes that year. But among all of them, a handful, or perhaps only a single known example, surfaced with errors so significant, so unusual, that it defied normal explanation. This coin isn't just a misprint, it's a marvel. It has a combination of die clash, off-center striking, double dies, and a partial collar strike, all in one coin. It's like lightning struck not once, but 4 or 5 times, and all on a dime that shouldn't exist. One of the most prominent and talked about errors on the 2010 D Liberty dime is the double die on the obverse. If you look closely, you can see a noticeable doubling on Roosevelt's profile, particularly around the eyes and the Liberty inscription. This kind of error occurs when the die used to stamp the coin's design is misaligned during production. The result is a shadow or echo of the design, essentially creating a slightly blurred or ghosted image. While double dies are relatively well documented in numismatics, finding one on a modern dime, and one so cleanly struck, is almost unheard of, but that's just the beginning. This particular dime also features a dramatic die clash, which occurs when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a coin planchet between them. This causes a ghost-like imprint of one side of the coin to appear faintly on the other. On this dime, the reverse elements, like parts of the torch or branches, appear behind Roosevelt's head in a way that is clear to the naked eye under good lighting. The clash die marks are not only visible, but so pronounced that they've created a unique identity for this coin. Add to that a partial collar strike, which affects the rim of the coin and makes it appear as though it was improperly seated during the strike. This results in a thinner, misaligned edge on one side of the coin. Some collectors describe this particular error as looking like the coin is trying to escape the strike. The edge might appear beveled or unusually smooth, with reading that abruptly ends. This type of error not only adds to the coin's rarity but creates a distinct physical texture that's hard to replicate and even harder to fake. The off-center strike makes this coin even more valuable. The 2010 D dime in question has a noticeable shift, where part of the design is missing from one edge of the coin, and more blank planchet is visible on the opposite side. This isn't just a few millimeters off, it's enough to make the lettering incomplete and cause portions of Roosevelt's face to be partially cut off. The severity of this off-center strike suggests a major lapse in quality control, which again is very uncommon for the Denver Mint, known for its consistency. Adding to the mystery is a possible overdate or repunched mint mark, where the D for Denver appears to have been punched twice, slightly off-angle, giving the illusion of a shadow or a blurry mark. Some numismatists believe this could be a rare transitional error, where dies from a previous year may have been reused or improperly altered, leading to a strange layering effect on the mint mark. If this theory holds true, it would further increase the coin's rarity and solidify its place as a one-of-a-kind specimen. now let's talk about value. In the world of coin collecting, a coin's worth is dictated by rarity, demand, historical significance, and condition. Errors can exponentially increase a coin's value, especially when they're visible and dramatic. The 2010 Liberty 1 dime checks all of those boxes, and then some. Experts have appraised high-grade versions of this error coin at upwards of $890,000. That figure isn't just speculative either. Multiple reputable numismatic auction houses have shown interest, and whispers in the collecting community suggest that private offers in the six-figure range have already been made. What makes this particular coin even more enigmatic is the limited number of known examples. At the time of this recording, fewer than 3 confirmed specimens have surfaced, and some believe there may be only one authentic coin with the full set of errors. It's like a modern-day treasure hunt. Collectors are scouring their change, digging through rolls from banks, and revisiting old collections hoping to find another one. The potential of stumbling upon nearly $1 million coin in your pocket has reignited interest in modern dimes like never before, but how did such a complex array of mistakes make it through the minting process? Theories range from a fluke mechanical failure to the reuse of faulty dies, or even a test strike accidentally released into circulation. One possibility is that during a transitional period or maintenance downtime, incorrect settings or equipment misalignments may have occurred without immediate detection. Alternatively, the coin might have been a die test piece that somehow slipped out of containment protocols. Regardless of the how, the fact remains that it exists, and its existence has shaken up everything we thought we knew about modern coin reliability. And for those wondering whether counterfeiting could be a concern, the answer is yes. But experts have examined the authentic 2010 error dime with a fine-tooth comb. The weight, metal composition, strike pressure, and microscopic die patterns all point to genuine minting. The kind of precision required to replicate this array of errors convincingly is nearly impossible for forgers. High magnification analysis and die comparison further confirm the coin's authenticity. So, yes, it's real. And yes, it could be worth more than a house. Collectors and enthusiasts aren't just fascinated by the monetary value. This dime represents something more, the possibility that even in our age of technology and precision, surprises still slip through. It's a reminder that perfection is not always guaranteed and that the anomalies are often the most valuable. This single coin has caused seasoned collectors to reevaluate what they think they know, and it's led new hobbyists to the field in search of their own lucky finds. If you're inspired by this story, you might be wondering how you could find one of these hidden treasures yourself. Start by going through your spare change. Pay close attention to any dimes from the year 2010 with the Denver Mint mark. Look for doubling on the lettering or Roosevelt's features, unusual markings near the rim, faint impressions from the opposite side, or any signs of off-center design. A good magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can be an invaluable tool. If you think you've found something, take it to a professional numismatist or send it to a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC for evaluation. You never know, your pocket change could hold a hidden gem worth hundreds of thousands. Even if you don't find the elusive 2010 error dime, you'll gain a new appreciation for the art and science behind coin minting. These little discs of metal carry history, culture, and craftsmanship. And every now and then, they carry mystery and fortune as well. So next time you get a dime in your change, don't dismiss it. Turn it over, examine it closely, and remember the story of the 2010 Liberty 1 dime, the unassuming coin that turned into a nearly $1 million marvel. It just goes to show, the most extraordinary things often hide in plain sight, and for those already immersed in the coin collecting world, keep watching the horizon. New discoveries happen all the time, and who knows what other treasures are waiting to be found. The world of numismatics is full of surprises, and the 2010 dime is proof that even in modern times, legends are still being made, one coin at a time.